Plus, the Omaha mayor suffered a mild stroke. What's the prognosis for Jim Suttle's health?
Live from the Journal Broadcast Group studios, KMTV Action 3 News live at 5 starts now with your first warning forecast.
We're learning more tonight about the health of Omaha Mayor Jim Suttle. He suffered a mild stroke in Ireland. KMTV Action 3 News reporter Adam McCusin just spoke with his doctor and has much more. Adam.
The doctors just briefed us a couple minutes ago at Methodist Hospital, where the mayor was taken once his plane landed back in the United States. The good news, the mayor is feeling better. He has 100% recovered from his stroke symptoms, and right now his main concern is just getting some rest. Now, doctors released Mayor Suttle from a hospital in Ireland, but advised him to return to the U.S. by air ambulance to prevent any further health risks. His staff says he paid for it. It was not taxpayer dollars. Tonight, though, his doctor shed more light on his symptoms, saying while in Ireland, the mayor had some minor slurring of speech, vertigo, and numbness around the mouth area. He was also suffering from high blood pressure. He was recovered, though, by the time he got back to Omaha, but has been going through a battery of tests as a precaution. The doctor's goal is to have Mayor Suttle out of the hospital by tomorrow with a clean bill of health.
He's undergone thorough investigation here at Methodist, including evaluation by the cardiology staff and a neurologist. And he's been given a clean bill of health. He's 100% recovered. We expect that he could go back to work at any time. However, we have recommended that he go back on Monday and take a few days to rest.
And the doctors do plan on running a heart test tomorrow. It's really a preventative measure. His chief of staff says he's looking to be back in the mayor's office by Monday. His biggest challenge after that is just going to be continued to show up at the hospital for his regular checkups. Reporting live from Methodist Hospital, Adam Merkusen, KMTV Action 3 News.
It's a new day.
In high definition, 10 minutes of non-stop news. And your weather authority hour-by-hour forecast. The people you know, the news you trust. This is Channel 6 News, live at 5.
Suspicions that it wasn't just fatigue are confirmed. Mayor Suttle suffered what can be best described as a mild stroke on his tour in Europe. Up next, what his diagnosis means. The mayor's doctor weighing in.
Good evening, I'm Mallory Maddox.
And I'm John Nicely.
Happening locally live at 5, something of a shock as we reported in breaking news at 4. Mayor Suttle's medical episode in Ireland was more serious than first reported.
He was flown on a medical helicopter back to Omaha last night, and John Chapman picks up our coverage. 6 View Live with more on the medical testing the mayor underwent today.
We are at Methodist Hospital. Mayor Jim Suttle has been undergoing tests here. Now, moments ago, we talked to the mayor's doctor. She tells us the mayor has suffered a mild stroke, but now he is okay.
Mayor Suttle has suffered a mild stroke, as Aida has said, and he's undergone thorough investigation here at Methodist, including evaluation by the cardiology staff and a neurologist. And he's been given a clean bill of health. He's 100% recovered. We expect that he could go back to work at any time. However, we have recommended that he go back on Monday and take a few days to rest.
Mayor Suttle received a clean bill of health after a physical earlier this year. Dr. Pierre Fayed, medical director of the Stroke Center at the Nebraska Medical Center, tells us a mini stroke is serious and can lead to bigger problems.
The dark area right here. By definition, a transient ischemic attack is a benign entity because it is supposed not to leave any sequelae or any deficits or any damage to the brain. But it is a critical condition because it is the best predictor that someone is at a risk for stroke in the near future.
A major stroke could follow in 48 hours to 3 months. The warning signs of a TIA are the same as the warning signs of a stroke.
Having a sudden onset of weakness or numbness on one side or the other of the body, having a sudden loss of vision in one eye or the other, sudden loss of speech or ability to understand speech or have slurred speech, sudden loss of balance, or having the worst headache in somebody's life. All of these are the classical symptoms in the vast majority of people with stroke or TIA.
Right now, the mayor is getting some rest. There will be more tests. The mayor should return to work on Monday, and city officials say Jim Suttle is the mayor and capable of handling his mayoral responsibilities. Reporting live, John Chapman, Channel 6 News.
You're watching Omaha's ABC, KTV, Channel 7, your favorite choice for local news. This is KTV News Watch 7 at 5.
And now new details on Omaha Mayor Jim Suttle's health and why he had to take a medical plane home from Europe.
Suttle's doctor just told us the mayor suffered a mild stroke while in Ireland. A news conference just wrapped up, and KTV News Watch 7's Amanda Crawford is live with the latest. Amanda?
Guys, the mayor's doctor says he is 100% fully recovered right now, but he is still here at Methodist, and he'll stay here for one more night. Today, Dr. Elizabeth Danman says all of the mayor's tests and blood pressure levels are normal now. When he was in Ireland, he started feeling numbness and vertigo and was slightly slurring his speech. Now we know it was, in fact, a mild stroke. The mayor returned Monday night in an air ambulance and went straight to Methodist to see more cardiologists and neurologists for more tests. Dr. Danman says overall now the mayor is healthy, but he does need more rest.
Once you have had one stroke, you are at risk of having an additional event, but I see no reason to be concerned about that.
The mayor will spend the night here at Methodist. He has one more heart test in the morning, then he gets to go home. They say he'll be back at work on Monday. At 6, we'll hear from his office more about his scheduling changes and about how he's doing right now. Reporting live, Amanda Crawford, KETV News Watch 7.
Omaha Mayor Jim Suttle is back in the hospital tonight. Good evening, I'm Craig Negrelli. Doctors say the mayor had a mild stroke last week while visiting Ireland. KMTV Action 3 News reporter Adam McCuson is at Methodist Hospital, where Mayor Suttle's doctor updated us a short time ago. Adam.
Well, Craig, Mayor Suttle's doctor says he has recovered from his symptoms and is resting. He'll need another night in the hospital and a test tomorrow morning before giving that clean bill of health to be able to go home. Now, the mayor was rushed to the hospital in Ireland last week after feeling sick. Today, the doctor said while in Ireland, the mayor had some minor slurring of his speech. He was dealing with vertigo and was suffering from numbness around his mouth area and high blood pressure. He recovered from those symptoms before returning to the United States by a private air ambulance. His doctor at Methodist says he has made a full recovery and is healthy, but there's no telling if he could suffer from another stroke.
Once you have had one stroke, you are at risk of having an additional event, but I see no reason to be concerned about that. He has, like we said, undergone extensive testing, and there's no reason to think that he can't go back to his regular schedule and suffer any ill event from that.
And the mayor's doctor says she's been treating him for the past 12 years and his health checks are all in order. She says there's no reason to think this could affect any of his duties as Omaha's mayor. And dealing with those duties, his spokesperson says he should be back in on Monday to reassume the mayor's position. As for if he's going to take it easy once back behind the desk, he has no plans to. Full speed ahead, as always. Reporting live from Methodist Hospital, Adam Merkusen, KMTV Action 3 News.
From the
You're watching Omaha's only hour of primetime news. The KPTM Fox 42 News at 9 in HD.
Omaha Mayor Jim Suttle is recovering from what his doctors are calling a mild stroke. The mayor was admitted to the hospital in Ireland Friday after complaining he didn't feel well. Doctors overseas say the mayor was tired, dehydrated, and had high blood pressure. He came back to Omaha so his doctors could monitor his health, and they say he's doing fine and should be able to go back to work Monday.
I think that we need to remember that he's had a mild stroke and give him some time to rest and come back to work on Monday, and he should be able to do everything he did before.
After 2 different...
His doctor says this can happen to anyone. The mayor's office says Suttle is feeling well, but is resting for safety reasons.
This can happen to anybody, and that we, need to appreciate each other and appreciate life and when we need to slow down and get a reminder to slow down, we should need to take heed and do that. But I think it's a message to everybody.
Suttle was in Europe touring Omaha's sister cities. No one is filling in for the mayor while he's out.
You're watching Omaha's ABC, KTV, Channel 7, your favorite choice for local news. This is KTV News Watch 7 at 10.
Good prognosis for Omaha Mayor Jim Suttle. This after suffering a mild stroke during his trip to Ireland. He's at Methodist Hospital tonight. Suttle's doctor, Elizabeth Danman, says the mayor will go home tomorrow. She says he is healthy, but he needs rest.
Once you have had one stroke, you are at risk of having an additional event, but I see no reason to be concerned about that.
Suttle will undergo one more heart test tomorrow. His blood pressure was high last Friday, but it's normal now. We're told he'll go back to work next week.
Mayor Suttle's budget.
You're watching Omaha's ABC, KETV Channel 7, your favorite choice for local news. This is KETV News Watch 7 First News at 6 a.m.
Well, good prognosis for Omaha Mayor Jim Suttle. He suffered a stroke last week in Ireland, but doctors say he can go home today. He says he'll go back to work on Monday. KTV News Watch 7's Erin Adelicio is live this morning from Methodist Hospital with more. Good morning, Erin.
Good morning, Nicole, and it will be a good day for him, too. We got some rain coming down here. It just started to drizzle a little bit. Hopefully it clears up for him by the time he leaves the hospital. But Suttle's doctor tells us that he is 100% recovered. She just wants him to go home, take it easy for a few days, but he will be good to return to work by Monday, and he's ready to take on his regular workload and keep up at his normal pace. Now, Mayor Suttle does have one more heart test later on this morning, and then his doctor says he's good to go home. Now, Mayor Suttle was in Dublin for a business trip last Friday when he suffered that mild stroke. His blood pressure spiked and he started getting dizzy, numb, and slurring his speech. Suttle admitted himself to a hospital there and Monday night flew back to Omaha in an air ambulance. Dr. Elizabeth Denman says she's given Suttle a clean bill of health, but says he does need rest.
Give him some time to rest and come back to work on Monday, and he should be able to do everything he did before.
And Suttle's spokesperson says the air ambulance won't cost taxpayers anything. Once again, Mayor Suttle does have that heart test later on this morning, and then he'll be released from the hospital. Nicole.
All right. Erin Adelicio reporting live this morning. Thank you. Well,
it's 5:06 News Radio 1110 KFAB. I'm Terry Leahy. Omaha Mayor Jim Suttle will be released from the hospital tomorrow after suffering what his doctor calls a mild stroke. Dr. Elizabeth Denman at Methodist Hospital says Suttle is doing well.
And he's been given a clean bill of health. He's 100% recovered. We expect that he could go back to work at any time. However, we have recommended that he go back on Monday and take a few days to rest.
Suttle will have a heart test done Wednesday morning before being released. He was flown back to Omaha from Ireland last night on an air ambulance. President